I love that coffee. Oh, we got the camera on. Hey guys, how you doing? Listen, this is some good stuff. Yes, I'm drinking coffee. I always drink coffee. But this, well, even though the cup says Countrywide, let's not go back that direction. This is JavaFit, Javalution's Gourmet Coffee. I'm drinking it right here. And I'm doing this because this is a wild time. Now, I've got to say this right off the top. Because of my announcement yesterday, you know, I did the editorial yesterday. We'll link it up here. But I told you yesterday I couldn't do the news because I had to wait till some information was released. That's because we're dealing with a publicly traded company. And some of the information that I had on hand, I was not allowed to disclose publicly because of this. But now that the company has announced everything, this is some wild stuff that's taken place. Listen to this. Youngevity Javalution closes the merger and releases second quarter earnings. Now, I just reported just a few days ago, a few weeks ago, that Youngevity was merging in, or Javalution was merging in with Youngevity. Well, here is they've finally disclosed everything. And basically, in a nutshell, what's taken place. And man, this is, I tell you what, this is just some great stuff. The common stock, all the common stock of Youngevity was exchanged for the common stock of Javalution, which means the former shareholders of Youngevity immediately own 70% of the fully diluted new stock. This is awesome right here. But the more important disclosure was this. The CLR Roasters and Youngevity will now operate as independent subsidiaries. That means these guys can really kick butt with the roasters. And I told you guys, when we did with Javalution and JavaFit, I told you it was great because this company kind of reminds me of Rastelli Direct over on the East Coast, because they have this whole complete business operation where they're selling coffee to cruise lines. They have their own cafes like Starbucks. You know, they've got their own roaster. This isn't instant coffee. This isn't something they buy from somebody else. They're doing their own. This, to me, is like a baby Starbucks. And I told everybody, I believe that coffee will be the next billion-dollar industry. Well, I still believe that. Now, what I may have not seen was the fact that I think maybe gourmet food and coffee may end up being the next billion-dollar, because I'm seeing some great stuff taking place there. But listen to this. This is the coolest part about this announcement, is that when you look at the 6 months individual and combined earnings, Youngevity, what we used to know as Youngevity, what's now going to be called whatever it is, AL Corporation, they have in 1 year's time, between operations, mergers, everything under the sun, their actual, they could very well hit $50 million this year. And I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter to me if you go after a startup, if you go after a long-term company, you go with a company that has good leadership, quality products, you're going to win. You know, with what Wallachs are doing over here, this is, you know, you guys know I'm a techie, so I'm into cloud-based computing and all that stuff, and we see this. I tell you what these guys have coined, and I don't know if I can even find it, but Steve has done this well. Here it is right here, because I love this. Steve Wallach says, "We are proud to have merged with Javalution and become a publicly traded company." He continued, "In looking ahead, we believe becoming a $50 million in revenue company on combined basis is imminent. Moreover, our network cloud concept and our commitment to the coffee industry is a well-positioned us for growth." And it has. It's been powerful, because with them doing all this stuff that they're doing, it's kind of like cloud computing, and I get excited about it. But that's not even the biggest thing. Listen, check this out. You see my FDI shirt? FDI Nation? This company next to Primerica. I tell this to people. I've told them in the past, tell them now. I got my friend Steve Schultz over here. The FDI is an amazing company. Matter of fact, I had to go out and get some prescriptions this week. Check this out. The founder of this company, William Angelelli, Bill, okay, send me these brand new cards these guys have. They've got these discount cards. They give them out. They just give them out. The economy sucks. Healthcare is upside down. They give out these pharmacy cards for free. It's a cool little thing. You got to check this out if you're interested. But here's what I did. I thought, you know what? This little Italian boy up here, he's got beautiful restaurants. He's got a beautiful company. I'm going to see if this card will work down here in the South, because they're up there, you know, in the New Hampshire area. I tease them all the time. I mean, these guys are East Coast boys, and I love listening to them talk. I go out and use the card. Listen to this. Okay, this isn't rocket science, but it says on this one prescription, retail price $36.99, you save $14.80. This one here, retail price $11.99, you save $3.30. Okay, this card worked. Okay, I just went in and they took the information down, put it in the system, it worked. Free. And FDI reps give this away free to their people. I'll tell you something else about FDI, and I've got to see, man, I took that card out because Andre is just a hilarious guy. I'm going to show you this picture. Right here. Here's Andre Vaughn. Okay, you can just see him, right? Can you see? Can we see? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now here's what's so cool about Andre. Andre's like a second grade school teacher. Never been in network marketing before, just receives the Vice Chairman Marketing Director. It's the very first one over there. We got $1 million owners in this company. But here's the fun part. This is why I had to share this. This is what I was waiting on, okay, is to be able to announce that Youngevity Essential Life Sciences joined forces with Financial Destinations. This is being made. You can go over to the blog. We got some videos up here. You can see this. This is being announced. It was announced this morning at the annual convention of FDI. We're talking about the #1 benefits company in direct selling. I told you, Steve Schultz, my friend over there, is their VP of training. This guy is powerhouse. Their recognition program is second to none in direct selling. I know we've got some cool things with some of these young companies like Visalis and excuse me, Evolve and all these, but listen to me on this. These guys take a chapter out of history because nobody can do recognition like Primerica has done recognition. Art Williams just knew how to do that. And Bill has taken this into the modern age. They've got their television. They've got everything. But this is right here is exciting. They have 100,000 customers and distributors. Now here's what I thought was great. Since January, more than 200,000 consumers have used the FDI free pharmacy discount card, saving consumers over $3 million. That right there was enough for me to say this, I've got to share this. This is some powerful stuff. When I personally went out and used this card right here, this week, I was blown away. I thought, man, this is some rocking stuff. My hat is off to these companies. They have kicked butt. Now, we've got some other news, but they were the top of the news this week. This is a company that's not in lawsuits, so they're busting their butt. Both companies just cranking it out. I've watched FDI for the last 2 years. I mean, they've got a wireless service. They've got a new thing. Man, here I go. I'm digressing. We're going to do a whole video on this, a whole article on this. But listen, you know, one of the saddest things that's happening in America, let's put this video up here today. One of the saddest things happening in America are kids texting on their phone. This has become a huge crusade for FDI, and they are out there trying to get they got a whole new system to make this work. It's some stuff. Hey, something about else that came up. Youngevity. I got a lot of comments in this week. People want to know, hey, where's Rick Isley? Has Rick Isley left the company? No. Rick Isley is still part of the Yoli family. Now, what has happened is there was some information that was sent out where people didn't fully understand because of the infrastructure that Yoli has rocking right now. I mean, they've got some great people at that home office. Rick was able to move from the home office back to Billings, back to where he was from. He's got a family business back there that they're taking care of. So all these rumors and stuff, oh my gosh, what happened to Rick? Rick is still kicking butt. He's still doing what needs to be done, still part of the Yoli founders, all that good stuff. So everybody relax. Matter of fact, I've got some good stuff coming up about Yoli in the next month or so. You're going to love that one. Isagenix, man, I got to tell you, I've seen some of my friends start to go back and join Isagenix, and I was making some phone calls and talking to them, and one of them happens to be a young lady that I've admired. I mean, she's been through just literally hell and back. She's a victor, I tell you what. She calls me up and says, Troy, here's what I'm doing. I said, whoa, wait a minute. I thought you were going to do it. And she goes, no. She goes, I got on their products. She goes, I was on the cleanse. I started on the weight management system. And she said, in a week's time, I've dropped a pant size. Now, she's a little thing as it was, but all of a sudden she's dropped a pant size. This gal is dead on, dead bore. I saw Maya Davies the other day was doing the same thing. I mean, I'm telling you what, Isagenix, this is another one of those companies, 5, 6, 7 years old, and all of a sudden, kaboom, they start taking off. I think that's some rocking stuff right there. Visalis Sciences. I tell you what, company's still going out there kicking butt, taking names. We're going to be doing some big reviews on this, but they've done some wild stuff lately. They're getting their names everywhere. 1,000 new distributors a day is some great stuff. But the reason I'm bringing this up today is because I've got a great friend of mine who owns a business outside of direct selling. He has done phenomenally well in Visalis science. And he said, Troy, I don't just want to stop building Visalis and watch what we have done go to waste. He goes, so if you will do me a favor, if you will let people know I have a distributorship that I want to sell. It's got to go through all the company rhetoric and all that good stuff. That's the way this thing is done. But if you're interested in jump-starting your Visalis science business, and this doesn't happen all the time. But if you want to say, you know what, I want to go in there, I'm a leader, I want to go in here and build something. There's some criteria and there's qualifications and all that. If you want to do that, give me a call. You guys got my contact information right here on the blog. But like I said, this is a good friend of mine. He is out of the industry now. He is somewhere else building his own business. It's in the hockey industry. It has nothing to do with what we're doing over here. But he wants to give his team some new leadership. He wants to be able to move this and but sell it to somebody that can actually go out there, put the investment in, and build it. Like I said, this is a one-time shot for people. Folks, have an awesome weekend. Youngevity, FDI, Steve, Bill, I am excited for you guys over there. Steve Wallach is just a phenomenal leader. I tell you what, I've known him, Michelle, talking to him, amazing. Their dad, Steve's dad did very well. But Steve Schultz, you rock, brother. Give me a call because what you guys got going now, I tell you what, is second to none. Youngevity reps, you have no clue what you're in for. This is going to be a wild ride. Live life like it's an epic adventure. We'll see you at the top.